Hello Pat, so I'm creating this video to show you all the features of the file. I think it's going to be easier to explain you in this way. So this is the first worksheet, the directions. So you will have here to choose first if this is blank, it's going to show incomplete. So the user will have to choose the sex. So in this case, let's start with a male, and then the age 20, and then they can click on this button to start the test. So this button will take us to the next worksheet. So in this case, this is already completed. So but let's suppose that they are going to start. So I created this button. It says click here if you want to clear all your answers. That means if you want to start all over again, or somebody else is going to take the test, they can just click here and it will erase all the answers. So click here, and when this happens, there's going to be this sign that says the test has not been completed yet. It is because I also put here, so I'm going to hide all these cells, but here this cell right here is counting all the answers. As you can see, it's count from C22 to C121. So it says 0. That means that none of the answers have been answered yet. So let's suppose they are going to answer. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use a function called run_between, just to use random numbers. And also I will have to do this for the first two cells because I don't want to change the format of the file. Alright, and then copy, paste. Alright, so it's finished. So just notice that now it says test completed. It's because here the cell that I showed you before, the 100 is not 100. So that means that all the answers have been answered so far. So it says now test completed. Notice that if we erase one of them, it will say that test has not been completed yet. So they will have to answer all the questions before they can proceed. Also here, what the user is going to see is only this from D, nor this is going to be hidden. But just to show you, so here you can track very easily where these results come from. You just have to go to formulas and trace precedence. So for example, this sincerity is taking two questions, two normal questions, so it's going to add 5 for question 30, and the question 78 is going to take is taking a 1. And for this row means like in the exact instruction it says that reverse. So what that means is if they answer 1, the real answer is 5. If they answer 2, the real answer is 4. If they answer 3, the real answer is 3. If they answer 4, the real answer is 2, and so on. So in this case, for sincerity, these are the questions that they are adding up. So I'm not sure which one. So this is 53, and here is question 5. And okay, let's clear this. So now then I calculate the mean. That is the important thing, and then the standard deviation. And just to clarify the standard deviation, I double check which formula was Excel working on. So because I'm using the standard deviation point S, so I figured out that it was using in fact the correct formula. That is this one. That is it has this -1. That is the correct version of the formula. And just to make sure it was doing this, so I just for the sincerity I calculated like manually. So I calculate all the squares and subtract the mean and to the square, and then divided by 3 because it was a 4 sample. It was 4 samples, and then take the root square, and it did have the same result, 1.89. So okay, that was. And also wanted to show you this. So here we said that it was a male. So in the directions, the subject that is taking the test is a male. So it will have this hyperlink. Click here to check results, and this hyperlink will take him to the results male worksheet. But what happens if it's a female? So I also have this hyperlink if you want to start over again. So this will take us to the first worksheet. So if the case of a female, you will see that the hyperlink of the man is going to be hidden now, and this pink hyperlink is going to take us to the female worksheet. So I did what you suggest, so I put this tab blue and this one's pink. Okay, so let's continue to explaining this worksheet. So if you want to see the details of this one, and I'm going to work on that now to make the long version, it has all the information about the different factors that affect honesty, humility, that are sincerity, fairness, credence, and so on. But in this case we don't need that information right now, so I'm going to hide that information. And we can see here that the set score is being calculated here, so it's just taking the mean and subtracting everything that goes on the data worksheet. So in this case P3. So here, and here I change this information for this file, the one that exactly 100 scales. So you can check that for honesty, humility, this is 3.05 with 0.65 standard deviation, and so on. So this is already done with this. Is the corrected version, because before I was using the one that we had in the daily report, in the minutes. Okay, so okay, and final. Well, let's continue here. So here we have these graphs. So I also did what you suggested, that was to match the colors. So honesty, humility, it has the same color here, and emotionality is going to be this brown. Extraversion, altruism is going to have this dark blue, and so on. So they with this graph, what I wanted to show you is, so like it says here, like if the set values are positive, so they are above the mean, and how much. So for example, this bar, honesty and humility, this guy is one standard deviation above the mean, and for all the other factors this guy is below the mean. And especially, for example, this one, altruism, is almost 2. So here it says that if it's lower than minus 1.96, it's a really marked difference. So he can say, whoa, I'm really below the mean in the altruism. So that's why I add these two red bars. And finally, we'll have the last graph. So here is just to check, to have a comparison with the study that they did. So the first one is using the data of the study. So here we have like humility. So this one is like the mean here. The mean here for honesty, humility on males is 3.05. 3.05, and with the standard deviation of 0.65 to both sides. And he can compare here that he is, well, a little bit above of this mean, but has higher standard deviation, so it varies a lot. And with this one as well, so it's really close to the mean, however it has larger standard deviation. And that's basically the function of this graph. So once they're finished, they can click here and start all over again. But I also have one more worksheet that is called data. It's only for purpose of the user is not supposed to see this worksheet like in during the process. It's just to it's just a worksheet to have data and create all the different graphs. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you. I hope this. I'm going to hide now all this, all this information, but you can always. I mean, you can always unhide all the columns. I'm gonna hide them and hide these ones as well. And I don't think we need this formula anymore. It was just to show you what was Excel doing. So the user is never going to see all that information. But if you want to check it again, you just select here and unhide, and it will again. Okay, that's it. I hope it's a little bit more understandable. And okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm going to start working on the this was the short version, so this other one I guess is the large version. Alright, bye.